Hello everyone, welcome to CommerceNet Scholars. I hope you all are perfectly fit and fine and you are being regular with the studies. In today's video, we'll be discussing our next important topic, that is LPG, which stands for liberalization, privatization and globalization. We'll understand how this concept involved in Indian economy, what are the different features of LPG and what are the benefits that it provides to Indian economy. Also discussing about how does it affect the Indian business environment. So let's start with today's video and understand the first topic for today, that is liberalization. Before I start with the meaning, I want to make you all aware that this concept of LPG was introduced in the new industrial policy of 1991, which is the most important industrial policy as it gave the concept of LPG, which obviously boosted the Indian economy. Now let's understand what liberalization means. Liberalization refers to relaxation of government restrictions in areas of economic policy. Basically, what are we talking about? Relaxation of government restrictions. Whatever restrictions, whatever rules and regulations government is putting upon the industries, those norms, those rules, those regulations, those restrictions have been eased out after the introduction of liberalization. Thus, when government liberalizes trade, it means it has removed the tariff, subsidies and other restrictions on the flow of goods and services between the countries. So when we are talking about liberalization, we are simply talking about removing of tariffs, the subsidies, the quotas, the other forms of restrictions that are levied upon the international business, that is the flow of goods and services between the countries, that is out of the domestic boundaries of one's own country. So this is what liberalization means, ease out the restrictions on the moving of goods and services from one country to another. Talking about the next term, that is privatization, it refers to the transfer of assets or service functions from public to private ownership, or control, and the opening of closed areas to private sector entry. In simple words, you can understand, whenever we are talking about any private sector enterprise, we are talking about privatization. Whenever a government sector enterprise, whenever a public sector enterprise has now been transferred to the private sector, to the private players, we are talking about privatization, wherever the majority, the major shareholding lies with the private players in the market. So now privatization concept simply means that we are making more of private sector enterprises in comparison to the public sector enterprises. Now, privatization can be achieved in many ways, that is franchising, leasing, contracting, etc. Capital markets should be sufficiently developed to be able to absorb the disinvestment public sector shares. Now, whenever we talk about privatization, one term is really common and prevalent that we come across, that is disinvestment, which is simply the opposite of investment. In disinvestment, what we are doing, as the government or we as the public sector entrepreneurs, we are making our shares available to the private sector enterprises so that they can purchase it. Basically, we are selling our shares. This is what the concept of disinvestment means. Instead of purchasing the shares, instead of making our money, instead of investing our money into shares, now what we are doing, we are selling off the shares and making money out of it. So this is all about privatization. Next we'll talk about globalization. Globalization can be defined as a process of rapid economic, cultural and institutional integration among countries. The word that you need to focus upon is integration among countries. In simple terms, we can understand globalization as international business. Whenever we are expanding our scope of business across the borders of our own country, we are talking about globalization, wherein we are treating the entire world as a common market. Now, while talking about international business, while talking about expanding the scope of our business, this idea of treating the world as a common market or treating a few countries as a common market can be prevalent. Under globalization, we can have certain examples of the countries that have entered into a common trade agreement. Like we can have NAFTA, we can have ASEAN, we can have SAARC, wherein the restrictions that are levied on the transaction of goods and services is quite low, and it has some relaxations in it. So therefore, whenever we are talking about globalization, we are making an attempt to expand more of our business area and treating the world as the common market, wherein there is no restriction on the movement of goods and services. Next, this unification is driven by the liberalization of trade, investment and capital flow, technological advances and pressures for assimilation towards international standards. Now, even if we are talking about the flow of goods and services, we are talking about the technological help or the assistance that is flowing between the countries. We are talking about employment generation between the countries. Whatsoever we are talking about, whatever movement we are talking about, the exchanges we are talking about between two different countries constitutes globalization. Globalization makes the world more accessible to everyone. Now, with the advent of this concept of globalization, it became really easy for the businesses to access the business opportunities in other countries and hence to have a better economy for their own country. Now, talking about the effect of LPG on the Indian business environment, the two benefits that it offered were reduced overheads and increased profit. How? Let's understand how the overheads were reduced, that is the charges were reduced. Limited labor cost, limited reduction in production, marketing, quality, technology. Operationally, it's easier to deploy, control, get output from smaller and flexible workforce. So basically, the idea of reducing the overheads is, since there are no restrictions on the flow of goods and services, so ultimately whatever tariffs and quotas restrictions were removed, so ultimately the costs that we had to incur were also reduced. Now, how did the profits were increased? Marginal profit, assured minimum surplus, surviving the competition. This was really very important, that it benefited us to survive in the competition. We are talking about the entire effects of LPG, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization, which ultimately leads to increase in customers. Obviously, when you are expanding your business to the across the border of your own country, you are moving towards internationalization, you are entering into international business, you will have more number of customers. Customers get discounted price, quality products at cheaper rates, which again leads to increase in customers. So even when we are talking about the reduction of the overheads, or we are talking about the increment of the profit, these terms are almost interrelated. So I just hope all the topics that we have discussed today is clear to you all. Any doubt or any confusion, you can mention down in the comment section below. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.